Well, excuse me, can you spare 10 pence? Maybe you can spare 20 more. Well, excuse, can you spare 10 pence? Can you 20 more? Hello, everyone, to episode 6 of Dimming the Light. Episode 6. I like it. So thank you for tuning in. A little bit of housework out the way first. That's the podcast lingo, by the way. Let's get the housework out the way first. I have recently put all my stuff onto buymeacoff.ee. It's kind of just like a little one-stop shop where everything that I do is kind of there for the meantime. I'm trying to create a website to get off social media so that all the traffic that I get can go to a website. But until I can figure a way around that, I've found this little cool thing called buymeacoffee.com. The link will be wherever you listen to it, Podbean, Spotify, YouTube. And you can just click on the link and it takes you to a wee page that's got all my stuff on it, and you can buy me a coffee if you want. It's like $3. You can buy me multiple coffees if you want. I'll leave it entirely up to you. But that's what I've been busy setting up this week. Shout outs. There is only one this week. Mum. Yep. Mum's been listening to the podcasts a lot lately, which I'm happy about. But I won't watch. I won't watch what I'm going to say. Sorry, Mum. I'll just continue talking about the debaucherous life that I live. Sometimes it's clean, sometimes it's dirty. And honesty is the best policy. I had someone come round and do a podcast the other day, and they were like, "Oh, do you mind if we don't talk about drugs? Because my mum will watch this." I was like, "All right, well, A, I wasn't going to talk about drugs anyway, and B, you're 36." I really do think we forget how old we are. Yeah, 36, man. Well, I'll be 36 this year. But I'm not going to hide shit from anyone. That ship has long sailed. I don't care what anyone thinks what I do anymore. I mean, sorry, even you, Mum, it's great. But judge away, anyone. Judge away, because I'm happy with what I do. This time actually, usually it's a little sunset, which is kind of, where the idea of the name comes from for the podcast, Dimming the Light. I watch a natural sunset. I don't know if any of you've got this yet, by the way, on episode 6. I still get people that are a bit surprised that when you watch it on YouTube, that's a live feed, man. That's like I've recorded the sun setting. Even if you just click at the beginning and then click at the very end, you'll see the light change drastically. But with the fucking corona and the lockdown, the original idea, if you look at the first 2 episodes, the first one is at the window, second one's on a beach, which looks amazing, by the way. Go check out episode 2 just for the beach sunset. And then ever since then, it's at the window, and I'm like, geez, what the hell? I can't keep this up. This is just me and my kitchen, same window. It looks well shit. So I went out on the train today at 7 o'clock in the morning because I had a doctor's appointment. My last of the doctor's appointment for this medical thing that I'm doing. And no one was on the train, so I just whipped out the camera and just filmed the Ringbahn, the train that goes all the way around the outside of Berlin. So if you're listening to this on YouTube, you'll be watching as well a train ride around Berlin, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, last day at the doctor's, just to fill any of you in, I was doing like a medical experiment thing. It's nothing too crazy. It's nothing too extravagant. It's not even nothing too noble, because it's more for the money than anything else. But I'll take some nobleness if you're throwing it my way. You know, the greater good of science and medical science. But basically I do a whole stint, and then there's a 4-week break. And then I have to do the whole stint again, which lasts about 8 weeks. And within the 4-week break that I have now, I'm allowed to drink. So I'm now sitting with a wee glass of red wine. And some wasabi nuts. And it's nice. I mean, basically, they take my bloods all the time, so I have to watch what I'm doing, how much alcohol I'm consuming, because it will stay in the blood, etc. I was allowed to. It just so happened that the gaps between getting the bloods taken was quite significant on Christmas Day and New Year. So I was able to drink on Christmas Day and New Year's Day, which was beautiful. But I haven't just had like a wee glass of wine just sitting in my gaff since like the 2nd of December. In fact, more than that. About the 2nd of December. Anyway, fucking boring. So that's the housework done. I'm fat, guys. I'm fucking fat. So I'm on the January bandwagon like everyone else, man. I swear to God, I'm eating boiled chicken and boiled broccoli and soup. This has been my routine for the past week. Wake up in the morning, I make myself I make myself a smoothie, which consists of 1 banana, 4 frozen strawberries, a wee squeeze of honey, and some wheat milk. Get away from that dairy shit, people. Get away from it. And that gets put in the blender, smoothied up. I down that and a coffee on the side. That's my breakfast. I come back at about 2 o'clock. I have some soup. And then at about 6 o'clock, 1 breast of boiled chicken and a bunch of boiled broccoli with some hot sauce on it. And then I don't eat anything until I have my smoothie the next morning. So there's a kind of intermittent fasting going on in the night time as you sleep. It had to be done, man. It has to be done. I feel a lot better. I've not eaten anything. That's all I've eaten, by the way, for like a week. No bread, no pasta, no heavy carbs, no alcohol. Nothing bad for me, man. No sugary drinks. I don't really drink that anyway. Guys, I mean, so on kind of the reason I was kind of going on with the hospital thing is because, you know, when you go in for a week, a month before, you have to get your weight taken, your height taken, your blood pressure, your bloods, your urine and all that. Then you go back a month later, just before the same day you're going to go in there for a week, and you have to do all these tests again, the blood pressure, the urine, etc. And the wee guy that took my weight, he just kind of gave me like a wee side eye. And I was like, what? And he's like, no, I was like, what? He's like, I was like, have I put on weight? He's like, well, within 4 weeks, since the last time you put on 4 kilos. I was like, fuck's sake, 4 kilos? Davis, that's ridiculous, man. All right, okay, I can deal with 4 kilos though, you know what I mean? So then I immediately stay in the hospital for 1 week. And as you're leaving, they weigh you again. I put on an extra 3.5 kilos in the hospital in 1 week. Fat bastard Davis, man. Double chin Davis. Dude. I feel like my scrotum has got like a double chin. Chafing in weird places that I never chafed before. Nah, man, that is not happening. Not in my watch, man. So I've got tits now, right? And I swear to God, I could probably give a guy a diddy ride. Absolutely no questions asked. And the thing is, like, I'm worried about, like, kind of, like, shifting it. because I feel like I can't shift the weight in the tits, and I don't want to just start doing press ups. People say, "Oh, just do press ups, you'll get rid of the wee saggy tits." I'm like, well, no, I need to get rid of the fat before I can start building up the muscle, man. I can't just have like muscly tits. For anything, I don't want to like destroy a guy's cock if I'm going to give him a diddy ride. Nah, seriously though, man. I mean, but listen, man. It's not beyond all reconciliation. It's not beyond it, man. I'm not even 36 yet. Someone said to me lately that you're if you go whatever you are, whatever your body looks like when you're age 40 is what it's going to be like forever. So I've got like 4.5 years to sort this shit out. Just, the belly, you can always do something about the belly, but it's the chin, man. I've got this, and they see the problem with me is, man, is I've got a dead wee face, right? So when my head gets bigger, when my face gets fatter, like my face doesn't get bigger, my face stays the same size, so it's dead noticeable. Because I've got like the bigger my face get, it's like the smaller my eyes get, the smaller my lips get, the smaller my nose gets, the jawline starts to disappear, and I've kind of got like a Jabba the Hutt hanging on, and it's like, I'm not up for it, man. I'm not up for it. So I've been on this mad health kick, man. It's been good for me. I'm doing well. I went jogging for the first time the other day. Almost died. So last time I went jogging was genuinely a year ago, and when you're off the booze and I'm working hard on a lot of stuff that I'll explain to you. I'll bore you with another time, but I'm just doing like loads of projects. So I wake up at like 6, half 6, 7 in the morning, and it's good. Like going out and jogging at 7 o'clock in the morning. By the way, I've done it once. Right, it was like snowing outside. I had my hoodie on. Long johns, joggy bottoms, new trainers, wee bomber jacket. It was too many layers, guys. It was too many layers. I genuinely thought that was it. I genuinely thought I was a goner, man. But I wasn't so sore. I have to admit, I was kind of fine. But I tell you what, man, the cravings for fast food, man, unreal. Absolutely unreal. Like, I am salivating walking past, like, a kebab shop or a burger place. Sometimes you're just passing by McDonald's, you're like, oh, one cheeseburger, come on, one cheeseburger, what is it, a pound? Come on, let's go on, man, €1 for a cheeseburger, let's do it. But you just can't, man, I can't. So, but, I've also allowed myself some cheat days, so I've worked so hard, man, this week. I've been working Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today, all like 10-hour shifts at the computer. Mostly, yeah, pretty much anywhere between 6 and 10 hours at the computer, writing, editing, organising podcasts, blah, 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 doing like cocktail recipes, and there's a lot of stuff that's coming for the beginning of the new year, man, so stay tuned. And I had to get busy, man, because I went through this like, this kind of self-doubt thing, right? And I'm sure you guys have been through this, man. And I've talked about this before, where because there's no affirmation going on in my life right now, man, because there's no like, I'm on the stage doing my thing, getting that laughter, getting that adoration, the appreciation. Hey, I've written something, people like it, I'm doing a good thing, I must be on the right track. That's not happening. So I started to self-doubt, and I went into this funk, man. I was like, that shit, dude, right, I need to go and do something like that's more secure than this. I need to do something more secure, man. I was like, oh, this is fun and games oh yeah, you're doing your little cocktails, you're doing your little comedy, you're making people laugh, you know. Sometimes I can get into that headspace. Those are the bad days. And I'm like, oh yeah, you fucking grow up, man. Grow the fuck up, Davis. Go apply for a job and go get your monthly check and fucking get a mortgage or some shit. Go do it. Stop being a piss about. Stop being a class clown. And go do something different, man. Because this insecure life, this paycheck to paycheck, this kind of creative endeavours that are never really going to pay off, can you see yourself doing it for any longer than you have? I've already given it a good fair whack, man. And then I went, and then I was trying to kind of, what would you say, like, deconfigurize? That's not a word. That's not a word. De-discombobulate? No, Chris, that's also not a word. We'll go for ABC English. I was trying to break down the elements of what I was thinking. And I was like, right, okay, man, so what are you saying to yourself here, Chris? What are you saying to yourself? That you want to work for someone else so that your security is in the hands of someone else? And the penny dropped, man. I was like, no, that's not what I want. In fact, I don't advocate that system at all, hence me leaving it in the first place. And then my head was like, well, so why the fuck do you want to go in and get like this steady paycheck? Why do you want to go into a place where at the end of the day, you know, you've no control over what happens with your job? If you get let go or you get fired or the economy collapses or the company collapses and you're just out of job, man. Would you not rather that it was on your terms than someone else's? Aye. Totally aye. I totally do, man. I want to have things on my own terms. If I fail, and if things fail financially for me, and if things fail through happiness for me and through emotion and all the other stuff that comes with a job, then it's on me, man. It's only me to blame. I can't feel sorry for myself and blame someone else. Oh, things are unfair. When things are unfair, I got let go. Oh, why is it me? I got let go. Well, aye, that's how life works, man. Why didn't you take control of your situation? Why did you let some other guy or girl who doesn't know you, who doesn't care about you, who's so far up the food chain in the corporate world and the world of work that they don't even know who you are? You're just a weird paycheck to them, and they laugh at your paycheck. And they're going to let you go, and you're going to feel sad. I was like, no. So I'm staying, people. I'm staying right here. I'm staying right here with my ideas and my no money, and self-doubt can get right fucking out the window. Sorry, I keep swearing so much, but it's how I feel. And I really think that's important, man. I really needed to say that tonight because I kind of just wanted to let people know that self-doubt is okay, man. It really is, but just don't let it overtake you. Don't let it take over you. Don't let it take over you and your authenticity and who you are as a person. Don't let it seep in. Have a wee think about where you want to be and how that correlates to where you are. That also helps. You know what doesn't help, by the way? These people that don't have an open and wandering mind to understand where you're coming from. You see these people, you know these people that just like you go jogging, and then you tell them about your style. Like, oh yeah, I went jogging all day. Oh, jogging's bad for the knees. Aye, thanks for that. So are you bringing anything to the conversation here? Oh no, you should go swimming, mate. Swimming's good for you. That swimming's a good one. That what? Are you talking to me as if I don't know this information? Some people do that, don't they? Are you so why you? Well, I can't go swimming, can I? Because it's a fucking lockdown, you idiot. So I'm going running. Ah, that's bad for your knees. Well, it's better than drinking 2 bottles of wine and sitting on the sofa every night for a month. Is it not? Ah, well, it's better than that. Of course it's better than that. Of course it's better than that, for Christ's sake. Of course it is. So, what are we talking about? Shut up. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't have time for people that are negative in my life. You know what I mean? I need people with solutions. I need people to go, aye, that's a good idea. I had this huge thing with like marketing managers and shit. Because obviously I'm in an industry, I've chosen a career where unfortunately I need to start thinking about how I'm going to get a following. It gives me the bulk even saying that out loud. I need to get a following. Oh, I mean, I don't care. But it's going to get you further. Aye, it's going to get people to listen and watch your stuff, and then eventually it will take you to bigger places. So I'm talking to these marketing guys, and I'm like, all right, guys, how you doing? Aye, and they're like, all right, yeah, Chris, we had a wee look at your Instagram and your Facebook. We're not quite sure actually what you're trying to do. And then I try and be patient and trying to explain what it is that I'm trying to do. I'm like, well, look, man, it's it's like I'm a stand-up comedian, and I also know how to do cocktails, and I've basically amalgamated those two things together to form the Wandering Barman. Yeah, we think we should just if you just stick to either the cocktails or the comedy, it's awfully confusing. With the Instagram, dude, shut up. Can you not get round your wee head that is both? There is both those things. Is there absolutely no way that this can happen? It's just that it hasn't really been done before, and we don't really know how we would go about doing that. Good. Isn't that like a plus point, man? Don't you think I'm aware of this? Don't you think there's a reason why I've put these two things together to create something new? To create something unique? To create It's called creating something, man. You absolute idiot. Did uniqueness, was that not on your chapter 2 of your online workshop course that you got to get here, man? But we just don't see the connection between... Did you watch me make one of the cocktails? Uh-huh. Did you laugh? Uh-huh. Did you learn something? Uh-huh. Well, that's it. It's easy. It is easy. It's very easy. Don't worry about it, man. Let's just do this. Let's go. So I always enjoy it when, someone... You can talk to someone and they go, oh man, this is good, right? Okay, I've never seen this. You've got like knowledge, there's funniness, there's some sketches in there. You've got the whole sustainable thing going for you. You've got alcohol, everyone likes alcohol. And that's what I need, man. It's so easy. I got, that's where this self-doubt stemmed from, was just getting was kind of these people going back and forth with these people that were just telling me that, no, it's not possible. I don't like that. And I don't know how to do it. And I keep getting hit with wee 18-year-olds telling me that what I'm doing They don't understand what I'm doing, even though I have it in so many different forms of media. Stay true to what you want to do, people. Me and the house that I face onto across the road, me and the guy are very comfortable with each other now, walking around our gaffs naked. Not an eyelid is batted anymore. Not one. Although, strangely enough, when he's naked getting changed and stuff, and I'm naked getting changed, the curtains are drawn. No, the curtains are not drawn. They're undrawn. The curtains are open. And, I'm not like, we're not seeking each other's nakedness, but sometimes we'll glance across the way and he'll be naked and I'll be naked. It's fine, man. I don't really care. But when we catch each other's eyes when we're both eating something at the dining table, different situation. Very awkward. Very awkward. Interesting, eh? I was thinking about school trips. Whose idea is it to take a bunch of 14, 15-year-olds to France on a bus? Like, that's like a staff night out, right? And because the teachers are a bunch of tight bastards, they haven't went out. They've just stayed in the staff room and got a carry out, right? And they're all steaming, and somebody says, you know what, I've never been to Paris. Like, the maths teacher. And then the French teacher pipes up, what? You've never been to you must have been to France. No, I've been to Germany. I passed through Brussels once. And one time I was in Mallorca, but I've never ever been to France. You're joking. Oh, we need to get you over to France, by the way, one time, that's for sure. Yeah, wait a minute, what? Is there not a school holiday coming up? And then they come up with this miraculous idea for them to get a free holiday to France. They kind of put it on the school books, but have to take a bunch of 14, 15-year-olds with them at the same time. Nonsensical. That, honestly, is hell to me, man. So, I mean, overnight, doesn't it take like pure 18 hours or something to get to France from Glasgow? And some asshole comes with a tuna mayonnaise sandwich, just unfolds it about 14 hours in. Oh, back in the bus is stinking of a tuna mayonnaise sanny, man. Russell, what are you doing? My mum made me a tuna meal sandwich just so I'd get that out. Get that packed up, man, and get it put in your bag. But then all my clothes will stink of tuna. Get it in your bag, man. You've always got somebody bringing tunes that are usually pretty crap. Because at that age, you're trying to find out your tunage, aren't you? You're trying to find out if you're more into, like, I don't know, kind of stereophonics, or if you're into pure Green Day, or if you're into like this wee kind of happy hardcore buzz, Oasis. You need to kind of find your groove, don't you? So everyone's just this kind of white noise happening from around the bus from different pockets. It was interesting because, like, I wonder what it's like now with phones and stuff and like Wi-Fi and all that. I sound like an absolute ancient guy there, by the way, but genuinely, like, we were just on the cusp before all that came out. I mean, we still had our Nokias and shit, I suppose, so we were texting each other. Someone would always sneak a bottle of Buckfast. And, back then, you don't realise that, like, on an 18-hour journey and there's one bottle of Buckfast between 12 folk, there's just no point, is there? Everyone's taking a sip and passing on their herpes. Just the logistics of the situation, man. No. And there's some buzz about it, isn't there? When you're sitting there, 2 o'clock in the morning when you're 14 years old, standing in front of your high school, feels very different from 2 o'clock in the morning as a 35-year-old man. Usually half cut, like walking up the road with a bag of pasta. We were wee dicks, man, on our school trip to France. I was a wee dick, man. I was just not taking any authority figure seriously whatsoever, man. I was just doing my thing, which is pure rage. Just being pure loud at the back of the bus. Not cool, man. Or even worse, man, you know, the worst ones were like when you went to Alton Towers for the day. You'd leave at about 4 in the morning. You get there at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning just for the place opening. You'd go in, you spend all day, and then you get back about 12 at night. Mental. Alton Towers is weird as well, isn't it, man? I don't think there's anything more depressing than walking out of a theme park as it's closing down. The rides have stopped. People are sweeping floors and wiping down tables and clearing up puke. Bags of sawdust walking about. And then you're just kind of walking out the gates and there's like some guy, you know, like some guy dressed as Goofy, just with keys, just locking the gates behind you as you leave and you're getting on the bus. It's all too real. Like your day of complete fantasy comes to an end. It's like being a Harry Potter fan and then watching him get his dick out on that like stage play that he did. You're just like, this isn't how it is, man. That's not the magic wand that we know and love. You know, you can't do that, man. You can't have like a closed Disneyland. That's why no one is officially, theoretically allowed to die inside Disneyland. No one's ever died at Disneyland because they need to be pronounced dead outside the premises of Disneyland. Who comes up with that shit? That's not real. That's not allowing people to understand what reality actually is. What you need is to see some fairly obese guy lying in the kind of entranceway to the castle and Goofy and Pluto like giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Like that's what you need, man, you know? You need Minnie Mouse standing behind them, crying, shaking her head. And Mickey Mouse smoking a pack of 20 fags, all stressed out because he jumped out in the guy from behind a bush and he thinks he's going to lose his job. And he's holding his head under his arm. And the illusion is just gone. That's what we really want from theme parks, man. We need just some kind of dead fantasy reality check. Let the self-doubt set in. Get some perspective. And it'll be all right. I mean, that is what school trips should really be about. And all because your teachers were so tight that they didn't want to chip in together for a holiday to France, that they took the whole class and went to Disneyland, and everyone witnessed Goofy giving it the 1, 2, 3 on the chest. So I think that's really all I've got for you this fine evening, guys. I'm going to leave you on that. I'm going to leave you on the dreadedness of theme parks, the reality that is. I want to properly thank you all for tuning in. Wherever you're watching it or listening to it, there's going to be a wee link to buymeacoff.com. Go there, check. There's loads of stuff there, man. Not just this stuff. There's loads of stuff, and you can buy me a coffee if you want. It costs €3. That's what I've set the price at. I think that's fair. €5 I think was a bit too much for me. Maybe I'll increase it as I get more followers. I don't know. But you can also buy me more than one coffee. So I'm going to go. I hope you listen to this while making a soup. My latest soup endeavour was roasted peppers, boiled carrots, boiled lentils. Put it all in the blender with half a litre of beef stock. Blend it. Boom. Baby soup. Baby soup. So listen to this when you're making that. There's a wee recipe for you, a wee bonus recipe. And I will see you again. Thank you so much, man, for tuning in. I'm going to let you just listen to a little bit of music, and we'll see each other again. Good night.
Well, excuse me, can you spare 10 pence? Maybe you can spare 20 more. Well, excuse, can you spare 10 pence? Can you 20 more? I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs here. I need some money to get me far and more. Well, excuse me, can you spare 10 pence? 20